This is Tuesday's Telegraph now. And is Carrie Johnson living in her own version of Carrie, Leo?
Well, Carrie Johnson said she felt number 10 was like a prison. I don't think she's actually been to Belmarsh.
She's had a horrible time, though, of it. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she says. She plans to step away from politics, which, to be honest, she should have done some time ago instead of like having such a tight grip over everything Boris thought. But yeah, she said she was trapped in Downing Street, unable to come and go without being photographed. Does she know what happens when you marry a Prime Minister? So she's not going to resume her political career. So she was the Conservative Party's head of communications for a short spell. I wonder how she got that job.
She's saying she's not going back to that, though. She doesn't want anything to do with politics.
Must have been a blow to leave. But and she now campaigns, instead of politics, she wants to work in charity. She campaigns on animal rights, conservation and violence against women. She doesn't say whether she's for or against it. But that's what she wants to do now. And so she says Downing Street is like a prison, or this is an insider speaking on her behalf, says it's nice enough in the flat, but it doesn't have its own outside space that's genuinely yours. The garden is shared with the staff, and you can't move outside the gates without people following you or taking pictures.
Really slumming it at 10 Downing Street, and with checkers round the corner if you want to go there as well. I mean, the thing about this is, I get it. You know, it must be annoying to have paparazzi on your doorstep all the time, wherever you go, to be one of the most famous people or one of the most famous couples.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bit like Meghan Markle, saying, I don't like press attention, and then marrying an actual prince. Obviously these things are going to happen, right? Surely they should expect it.
Oh, if you pursue power and status, you have pursued the downside of power and status. You couldn't have been ignorant of it when it started.
No.
I think there is this trend of hitting that point of going, woe is me, because you're close to your own problems. But to say that number 10 is like a prison, it's not like a prison. It was... They managed to smuggle wine in a suitcase. The only way you get wine into a prison, I think nature's suitcase is the phrase for it.
Well, in prisoner cell block H, they injected it into tennis balls and threw it over the fence.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah. So maybe that's for the next lockdown. That's how they could.
So that's not a bad tip, actually.